There is no debate about climate change among the oyster farmers of America.
You see all of them?
For almost a decade, oysters in the Pacific Northwest have been unable to form shells. The ocean is simply too acidic. It eats away at their attempts to mold calcium carbonate to their bodies. The acidity is a result of the surge in the Earth's carbon dioxide levels.
So this is one of our hatchery buildings.
But mainland oyster farmers think they've found a fix some 4,000 kilometers away in the Pacific Ocean.
A big hot tub.
A big hot tub.
These tanks on the big island of Hawaii contain millions of baby oysters. Here, they will be able to form their shells before being exported to the Pacific Northwest, suitably armored and ready to grow into adults.
These are 6 days old, and I just screened them.
And now some Hawaiian entrepreneurs are also buying the baby oysters in the hope of developing a native oyster industry here.
This is the most isolated landmass in the whole world, and so we're a long ways from everything out here.
So you're safe from acidification?
I don't know, I can't say that.
There is reason for caution. Marine biologists are already seeing the impact of elevated CO2 levels in Hawaii as well. But here it's not causing ocean acidification, but a rise in water temperature.
Nowhere is immune from the effects of climate change. Just as in the Pacific Northwest, oysters are having difficulty forming shells. Here in Hawaii, corals are having difficulty forming reefs.
Coral is uniquely sensitive to acidity and temperature. Both coral and oysters need to absorb calcium carbonate to create their exoskeletons. And though acidification isn't a problem here yet, the warming waters are.
It is likely that the elevation in temperature will push the organisms above their thermal threshold or their temperature threshold, so they don't function very well. So it's unclear which of the two evils will get there first, but it's clear that we will get there.
So now these are getting bigger.
The oyster hatcheries of Hawaii are an attempt to adapt to climate change. But even these may one day be obsolete.
But probably one more week, and that'll be sellable.
Shihab Ratansi, Al Jazeera, Hawaii.